I don't know how well this is working. I'm not exactly a technical person. I want to start out by showing you some pictures of my husband. He's recently passed away on July 13th. This is my husband and my grandson getting a high five, and my son. This is my husband and my grandson. He had a trach in his throat, so he couldn't talk to him. And this is all three of us together. I am on here because I need your help. I've been told by several offices that my husband's ex-wife is guilty of fraud. We have been to court in Logan County. Our attorney, Mr. Atterbury from Taylorville, presented the case and said in the paperwork that she was guilty of fraud because she lied on the divorce decree. In the divorce decree, she stated right here, you can see it, that they were married July 31st, 1982 in Taylorville, Illinois. Question 5. Answer only if children for whom support is sought were born in wedlock. And that is underlined. She says, yes, the children were born of this marriage. What are their names, ages, and dates of birth? She lists them both. Number 6. Answer only if children for whom support is sought were born out of wedlock. If you can see this area, she left it empty. Her oldest son was born in 1978. They were not married until 1982. The oldest son was not born inside of the marriage. There is a lie. There is fraud. You cannot lie on a legal document swearing that it's the truth and just get away with it. Yet Logan County, Illinois, knows that she's done this and refuses to even hear it. She wrote letters to the courts in 1993. As you can see, both of their signatures are on it. This is a letter that was filed with the courts. Filed January 11th, 1993. Where she states that the respondent, which would be my husband, has made child support payments to the petitioner, and the petitioner is asking that the court forgive respondent the delinquent amount. She then, January 20th, 1993, sends another one to the courts. In here, she says that my husband manipulated her, that he was currently living with his current wife, which is me, and she lists my address where she says that he was living with me, and asked the court to reinstate all delinquent child support. The courts in Logan County reinstated it. She still, even in 1993, did not seek child support. My husband, during the time that he was in the hospital, worried about this all the time. So he sent to Vital Records to get a copy of the oldest one's birth certificate. Again, he was born in 78, and it is signed by her using my husband's last name. I am told that there should be an adjustment date on it. In the corner, there is no adjusted date on here anywhere. Nowhere is there an adjusted date. It says original child's birth certificate. We have asked attorneys over and over to help us. We went to Linder Law Office, where they swore that they were honest, good people. And as soon as they looked into the case, we get a letter from them that says the time to bring up whether the children were yours was at the time of the divorce. In the divorce decree, the woman states that she has no idea where my husband was located at because he was a long-haul truck driver. So, you tell me, where was due process served? Due process is where you get served with whatever court documents to appear or whatever. My husband was never served because he was a long-haul truck driver at that time. So, due process was not served. Yet Logan County courts still don't think that not serving due process and her lying on the divorce decree is not enough to do anything about her. On this paper, which is a legal website, accountability.illinois.gov, you can see on here how much money she made, who she works for. She made $45,446.54 in 2011 when I ran this. They started taking over $500 out of my husband's disability check when he was only getting $700 and some dollars. Because this woman intentionally waited until one day before her youngest kid was going to turn 18. Her youngest was born in 85. Her oldest was born in 78. And Logan County courts gave her child support for both kids back to day one without paternity being established, without either birth certificate being signed, with no acknowledgement of paternity in existence, and with her saying that in her divorce decree that she thought that he made a certain amount of money, so that's what they set child support up on. All of this has been built on lies that she perpetrated. She knew exactly what she was doing. She works for a state office in Logan County. We asked them to stop the child support until paternity was proven. They refused. We asked them to check out the fact that she's guilty of fraud. They refused. According to the law, you are supposed to be able to face your accuser, no matter who they are. My husband nor our attorney was allowed to ask her one question. A question like, why didn't you pursue child support when you were raising your children? What is your need for child support now? Why did you wait so long? Why did you write those letters in 1993 and still never pursue child support? Neither birth certificate was signed by my husband. Neither one. He was named as the father. This came in July 24th or June 24th, 2013. And this is from Health and Family Services. For voluntary acknowledgement of paternity. It states, the department has received your request for a certified copy of voluntary acknowledgement of paternity. However, we are unable to process this request for the reason that a valid VAP was not found on file. She has, for years, robbed my husband of his rights. He had the right to know if those kids were really his. She robbed him of his money because she intentionally waited. She knew what she was doing, and she waited until her kids were grown. And then she decides that she wanted the money. In turn, my husband tried working odd jobs to save up money to afford an attorney. Because every time we went to court, everything we asked for was pretty much denied. The Attorney General's office for the state of Illinois supplied her with an attorney when she was making nearly $50,000, not including her husband's income. And my husband barely made $8,000 on disability, yet he had to pay for his own attorney. They thought it was funny, her and her son, laughing on Facebook, saying that, oh well, he'll never be able to afford to prove paternity, but he'll still have to pay. The courts refused to do anything. This is the last check that I took a copy of, and I'm not even sure of the date on it. This is how much money my husband was allowed. $575.60 to pay his bills with and to try and live on. According to the law, you're supposed to leave a person with enough money to sustain themselves. She had no need for the money. It was done out of pure spite, out of revenge. And she made him suffer to the day he died. And she needs to be stopped. And the courts in that county need to answer for what they've done. They have bent the rules. They have bent the laws. They have ignored the laws. My husband worked extra jobs so I could stay in school and get my degree in criminal law. Because he didn't want me working. Because he knew how badly my feet and legs hurt from the nerve damage in them. I have discs in my neck that need to be fixed. According to the paperwork, it's herniated, spinal stenosis, narrowing, and facet disease. I've been left with nothing, and she's still getting away with everything. She has committed fraud over and over and over, and we have had to suffer for it. So, if there's anybody out there that can help me get justice for my husband and help me make the pain in my legs and feet stop and the headaches in my neck stop. Please let me know. Anybody. I don't have money for an attorney. I don't have money at all. But I need help. I know these things are against the law. I know they are. There's somebody out there. Please help me. Please. Thank you.